Still doing well though, still trekking, still moving along quite nicely. And I'm probably gonna need some Bengay, a very good massage or something when I'm done with this. Between yesterday and today, this is probably the most walking I've done in a whole year, within a short period of time, as a matter of fact. Definitely, definitely. So now I've made it to the end of the trail, almost. It's just about a few more meters and I'm there. That's what I've been told by the hikers that just passed me a while ago. They say it's less than 100 meters, so we'll see. But I'm also towards the end of my battery life right now, and so I'm not gonna have to be able to film much more. But look at that down there. Oh, it's covered in fog and cloud and mist. It's the fog, you know. I keep saying the cloud, but it's so thick it looks almost like it's the cloud, but I know it's the fog. So yeah, I keep saying these are mines, but I wonder if they're the trail markers. They may be trail markers. There are no instruction to say whether they're trail markers or mine, but they're saying that there were unexploded ordnances along the trail. But I think it's possibly trail marker. I think that's what it is. Trail markers, so you might not get lost if you come out here. But yes, I'm up here at the top of this trail, and like I say, the hikers that I just passed by, they said it's less than 100 meters out, and I can imagine, because looking down I can see the mountain down below. Can you imagine the mountain below me? So my subscribers, my supporters, friends, family, everyone, I've made it up here to the top of the mountain. I had to take off my sweats or my hoodie so I can show you my Run Anywhere, Run Everywhere shirt, right? And I'm up here just looking down. It's not a great look as far as the scenery is concerned and the view, because down below it's all foggy. I'm gonna turn this thing around and let you see what's going on down there in a minute. But you can see it's the end of the trail, and the mountain, there's a mountain over there. There's a mountain over there. I don't know, maybe you see patches of ice like right there. There's a mountain down there. It's a lower mountain that you can look on, and down below is the river. You can hear it flowing by. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but it's flowing by, and it's a view looking down in there, down in the canyon, down in the valley. But from up here, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I'm here just admiring nature and just in awe again and again and again. And I just want to say thank you so much for your support. Let me put my hoodie on my headgear so I don't get a cold up here, and I will talk with you in a second. And as you can see, the few seconds it took me to put on my hoodie and my jacket, I'm covered in, like, look, the fog. That's why I call it the clouds, because you see how thick it is. Look at that. I can barely see more than, like, what's that, maybe 50 feet that way, and it's slowly getting thicker and thicker, as you can see. Look, see, so I'm almost obscured in the fog now. So I'm gonna start heading that way, but as I head back that way to go up the side of the mountain and down again, I just want to say thank you so much for your support, and thank you for everything you do. Stay safe wherever you're at, and whatever you do, just do it to the best of your ability. And thank you so much for your support. Once again, I'm on top of the mountain out here in Alberta, Canada. Just want to send a special shout out to Nina Hunter, Alina Hunter. Big shout out to Kimberly. I want to shout out to Larice. I want to say big shout out to Marie. I just want to say shout out to all of my friends, family, Peku, you know, I want to say big shout out to Blacks, you know, Winifred, G, big shout out. Yes, I want to say a big shout out to Mr. Jennings, big shout out to Scott Ferguson, Aztec 73, Unbothered Joyful Julie. I want to say a shout out to KC Inspirational Tales, shout out to Vibing with VC, Lashana Success, big shout out to you, a big shout out to Ellen Smiles. And I do not have internet coverage up here, so I'm not able to look at my internet and look at all my subscribers, but I just want to say thank you so much. A special shout out to every single subscriber on my YouTube channel. I want to say thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. Maki Lifestyle, big shout out to you. One them 99, shout out to
Graciela G.
Shout out to you. Look at this right here as we do the shout out. Isn't that something? Lovely, is it? There's so many contrasts up here. Blooming flowers, greenery, bald mountain, the cloud, the fog, everything. Shout out to Shindig, Shindig. Big shout. Shout out to Nemo 504, Mr. Phenomenal. I see you out there working, lifting them weights. Hey, you need to come out here and these trails. 2.5K up the mountainside. It's not a lot, is it? No, not really. The distance isn't far when you think of it, but look at the mountain that you have to climb. That's where the problem comes in. You're going up like this, and you're going way up there in elevation, you know, so I think that's where it's at. I know I've been saying that these are like unexploded ordnance, but once again, I think these are actually markers, trail markers. I can't say what it is, I don't know. I won't even touch it, but I think they're trail markers. And I just want to say it's really lovely, it's amazing. Been to different places with different landscape. You know, as you know, coming from Fairbanks, Alaska, there are a lot of landscape down there as well. You know, we have mountains. Denali is the highest point in North America, is it? I think Denali Mountain, yeah. And we have glaciers over there as well. You know, but getting to them is a bit more treacherous for the most part than it is out here. Or maybe because I'm actually on a trip. What I'm taking, it's so easy, pretty much. Not in a rush to go anywhere. I'm out here by myself, so just going on a trip. Yep. But look at that. Look at all that. Look at all that. Isn't that something else? Like I said, the journey back down is probably going to be the more treacherous. Coming up, yes, you expend a lot of energy, like I stated before. Coming up, you know, but going down, you just to be careful. Watch out, because it's all slippery, it's all muddy, it's all wet. You have areas where the ice are melting. The ice is melting. And so you have drop-offs where if you slide, you're going to be going 2,000 feet that you don't want to go. You're going to get there fast, but not the way you'd like to get there. Down from that way, all the way through on the trail. You can see the trail markings going all the way up. And then we came down to come over. Oh, look, the fog cleared a bit. And look, we can see the mountain on the other side. Let me turn around. I was just over here just now, and that fog on the cloud came through and weren't able to see anything. But let me race over there before the cloud comes back, or the fog comes back and cover it up. I keep calling the fog the cloud. I need to quit. Yeah, but let me rush over there real quick. So, you know, I was just over here just now, right? And look. Oh, yeah, it's clearing up. Man, but as soon as it clears up, is as soon as the cloud comes back. But down here, right down there, that's the water. And that's down in the valley, down in the canyon, I guess. Down in the valley down there. And over there is the mountain on the other side. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna take a picture real quick. Let me turn around, take a picture. So the fog opened up and I can see the mountain on the other side a bit. And down here in the canyon or the valley or whatever you call down there, I can see the water as well. Now I can't zoom because this is selfie mode, so I'm not able to show you clearly, but I'm gonna turn it around and show it to you. So you can see the little opening, the break in the cloud down there. And look at the mountainside over there. Wow, it's amazing. The funny thing is, I just came up and there were some hikers out here and they're like, yeah, you can go out there, you're not gonna see anything. But I just kind of say, all right, that's fine. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. Let me go out there. And then look, see it's opening up. And then I don't know if you can see down there. Man, I wish I had the other camera that I could zoom all the way in. But right here, you can see like little streams. I don't know if you can see it. See it's opening up. Wow, my battery's going low too. That's all the mountain on the other side. My battery's going low, but look at that. There you go. I'm pretty sure you can see it a bit better now, but it opened up a little bit more and you can see the ice coming from the top of the mountain and coming down and right into the river down there. So I know you can see it a bit better now, but the cloud and the fog is coming in. And whoa, if it were to be a clear day, then it would just be an amazing view down there. Again, I just want to send shout out to Maxine. I want to say shout out to Bim, Bam, you know, Kiri, Blacks, Nedra, Mischief, Peku. I want to say a big shout out to all of my friends and family. Shout out to Judy, Joan, Lisa. Shout out to Janalee, Jody. I already said shout out to them, but again, shout out again to Nina, Alina, King Angelo, shout out to you. Big shout out to Kyle. King Zachariah, shout out to you. Shout out to Joshua. Shout out to Kim, Mordecai. Big shout out to Cheryl. I want to say shout out to Miranda. Shout out to Teresa. Shout out to Ninja Kid, Chrysalis. Shout out to you. Stay safe. Yeah, now the clouds kind of opened up and gave me a little bit of view of down below. And a little bit of view of the mountain on the other side. Oh, wow, look on that side over there. It opened up over there too. So I can see that side much better as well. So right there where you see that marker right there, that's where I was standing earlier. I was on my way heading back to go down over the hill, over the mountain and go back. And I put into kind of like turn around saying I'm doing a 360 and bam, I just saw that opening in the cloud right there and I was like, wow. And like I say, when I was standing out there, were like maybe 4 other hikers and they're like looking down and said, man, there's nothing to see because it's covered with fog. And I was like, okay, cool, that's true. And I was heading out, but I was just moving slowly, fidgeting around with my phone, trying to do a screen record so that I could record my compass and the elevation. And just like I say, just kind of like turn around and then bam, there it is. The clouds or the fog open up and give me a view. And it's getting brighter, a clearer view as well. Now you see the mountain is getting covered now, but we can see the river down below. And when you hear me say cloud, I'm actually talking about a fog. I keep saying cloud. And the reason I keep saying cloud is because it's so thick that it looks almost like a cloud. I know it's the fog, so it's the fog. Clouds are up in the sky. We're not able to see the clouds because the fogs are actually obscuring the view of the clouds in the sky. But look at that. You see the riverbed. You see the whole entire area down there. It's like a gorge. It's chopped out down there. then valley. And this too, I imagine that where I'm standing over here and this side of the mountain was once a part of that mountain over there that we were looking at over there. And maybe the ice and the water over years basically just chop through it and cut a channel, and then you have a valley down below, or a canyon, or whatever you want to call it down there, and then two mountains, one over there and one on this side. But that is it. My battery's running out, and so I'm gonna head on back down to where I parked my vehicle, approximately 2.5 kilometers away, and get on my journey. Like I was saying earlier though, I definitely am gonna need a good massage, because between yesterday and today is the most I've walked in probably a year, to be honest. And when I say walk, I mean spending energy, because coming up this is no joke, because not just coming up, it's also the elevation. I've done a lot of hikes, but most of my hikes are at lower elevation, you know. Down in Alaska, I go on a lot of hikes, go out there to Angels Rock, out in Chena Hot Spring area, and hiking around areas in Fairbanks as well. And that's the most recent hike, you know. I go other places and do hikes. But as far as the elevation, 8,000 feet. Highest point I've been for a long time, that is. Certainly within the last 2 years. Definitely. Highest point. Well, no, not really. Well, yeah. I went up to Denali, but I didn't hike all the way up there to Denali Mountain. I just kind of like drove up to one point and then just walk up a little bit. So it's not the same as hiking all the way up here. But I'll keep you posted. If I see anything interesting along the route, I'll just go ahead and pop out the camera. Hopefully the 8% that's left on it is still on it, and then I'll take a video shot of it or a photo or something. Yep, that's what I will do. So long. Made it back out here to where I'm gonna start my descent. So the cloud, the fog has lifted a bit, and now we could look down and see. So you can see the highway again. So I'm gonna start my decline. Like I say, it's gonna be less energy expended. However, it's gonna be a bit more treacherous going down because the trail is wet, and so got to be careful so that I don't slip. Guess it's one of the reasons you see hikers coming up with those poles, those hiking poles. So when, oh man, battery's running low. Yeah, so like I said, I'm here at my descent. I'm starting my descent to go back down. And yes, I'm going to be expending less energy. However, it's going to be treacherous because the trail, as you can see, is muddy, slippery, and one slip and you slide, you know. So going back down, it's going to be treacherous. So here I go. Like I said, my battery's running low, so not a lot of juice left, but I'm going to take 1 or 2 photos and then I'm going to head on down. I had to take my hoodie off again just to get a shot of it. And you can see it down there where I'm going. Rain is coming back again. Again, let me put my gear on so I don't get sick out here. I don't want to get sick. It's not, it's chilly, but it's not cold. And of course, like I say, coming out of Fairbanks, Alaska, I'm a bit used to the cold. So I could take my jacket off a bit. Now, just gotta make sure that I stay on the path and not stray away from it as I go down. All the hikers that were up here left already. So I'm the last hiker. Well, I came up by myself, obviously, and I'm going back down by myself, but there's no one left up here. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be more hikers coming up throughout the day. Oh, there we go. As I say it, it happens. You know, they always say, oh shoot, see, I just slipped. You know how they say, speak of the devil and he'll appear. Not calling them a devil, but yeah. I just see some hikers right there coming up. But again, I just gotta be careful as I go down. Not more else to see than what we see earlier. So that's it pretty much. Just gonna mosey on down. Hello, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Yeah. Almost there, almost there. I thought I was doing something. But a lady just now that I passed, she's pregnant. Man. Now that's what I call fit. But look. See my journey going back down. That's where I'm going to. Down there. Down there. And look at that. Going down there. Yeah, I want to send another shout out from up here. Gotta send a shout out to my dear friend Shelly. Shout out to Jadian, Amanda, Princess, Deanie. Big shout out to... I gotta watch my step as I send the shout out, because as I'm saying, I'm going down and I just gotta be careful, you know. I just want to send a shout out to Bim Bam, like I said before. Shout out to Belly. Big shout out to Group T. Big up yourself in a Group T. Yeah, big shout out to man like Blacks. Again, you know, I have two Blacks. There is Marcel Blacks and there's Byron Blacks. You know, big shout out. Big shout out to Ansem. Big up yourself. Country Mischief. Big shout out, you know, a shout out to Pecco again. Kadian, big shout out to you. Enough respect. Enough respect. And Anna, from up here on the mountain top, I just want to say big shout out. Big shout out to Shelly again, you know. Yeah, I want to say shout out to Celicia. Dini, Celicia, big up on herself, you know. Yeah, man, big up yourself, you know, Bam and Bim. Enough respect, man, enough respect in every aspect. Mr. Six, shout out to you. Big up yourself, Michelle. Yeah, man, you know, I go already, you know. Big up yourself, done it and done it. Yeah, big up yourself, you know, Katisha. Kiri, bless up yourself, man. Yeah, man, DJ, big up, bless up, enough respect, bless up, enough big up, you know, enough big up, enough big up. Yeah, man, from up here, you know, the mountain top. Yeah. Yep. So I'm up here on the mountain top, and I don't know why this song just popped into my head. It's a song by Pinchers, the phenomenal Pinchers, the one who sing Lift It Up Again. Ooh. But the song that popped in my head is a song called Small World by Pinchers, and it goes something like this. Jackson, no, me love her, no. Kensington people, me love her, no bad. Bagwalk and Linstead, I'll die for you. I who no make we have, but we have. So look, you know, a long time me want drop in the place. I run a boat and make the police. Alright, man, my phone battery is about to die, so let me try and get this good right now. Once again, this song is by the phenomenal Pinchers, and I'm trying to remember it. Using his melody, but my word. And here it goes again. Hey, Jackson, no, me love her, no. Kensington people, me love her, no bad. Down a Bagwalk and Linstead, them. I who no know me love her, no bad. Bagwalk, oh, me love her, no. Linstead people, me love her, no bad. Oh, it's a small world. For all the things we have in life, we got to give thanks and praise. So Jackson, no, me love her, no. Kensington people, me love her, no bad. Simon and Bambo, I'll die for you. I who no make we have what we have. So look, you know, Sligo below, me love her, no. James Martin, me love her no bad. Bagwak and Linstead, I'll die for you. Spanish town people, me love her no bad. So watch you know. Me never know me could have fly pan plane. Now me travel the world, I'm watching in the rain. Yeah, man, me love her no bad. And the other song that I've been singing along a lot since I've been on this route was From a Distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-crowned mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle sets to flight. From a distance, God is watching us. God is watching us. From a distance, or from a distance, you look like my friend, even though we are at war. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease, no hungry mouths to feed. Hey, God is watching us. God is watching. Man, I feel so free out here. Free like the birds in the tree out here. Oh, there comes another hiker coming up. And of course, it's going to be streams and streams of hiker coming up and going down. But I just love it. I just feel free like a bird in the tree. Free, free, free. Yeah, it's just kind of amazing how it is up here. You know, you feel free. It's fresh. You can smell that fresh air. And you're getting wet, of course. Yes, but it's just amazing. So I got to put away my phone and traverse this very risky path right here. As the temperature rises a bit, the small patches of ice down here, not the glacier, but the small patches of ice is melting and it's leaving water on the trail, and that's making it treacherous. Look at that guy right there. Am I gonna get to see him? Look at him. Let me see how close I can get to him. This is a mountain squirrel. He's eating a plankton. Oh, there he is. There he is. Look at him. I guess he's looking for a hole to go into. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how we doing? Good. He ran off into the hole. Yeah, he ran into the hole. But like I was saying earlier though, you can see the ice is melting. And of course, the raindrops too. Coming down and making this trek even more treacherous. So I just got to be extremely careful as I go down. Because like I say, yeah, I want to get down there, but I don't want to be down there in 1 second. Just roll down the hill. No, that's not what I want. I want to make my way down safely. So I just got to pay attention. So for the most part, I've shown you everything that's out here. So let me put away my phone. Besides, it's only got 3% on the battery life right now too. So I'm just going to put away my phone and just mosey on down there. Like an example of how a glacier is, you see that you have the chunk of ice, and then from underneath it will melt, and the water from underneath will melt. And as it melts, hello, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
It's soggy.
I was saying that's kind of like how a glacier works. So you have this chunk of ice right here, and from underneath you have the ice melting. And so what happens is it will eventually melt and it will just collapse. That's how it works pretty much. And then this water will be going down to the stream or river. Ellen Stido, me love her no. Oh, Cheerios, me love her no bad. Spanish town people, bad. I wanna make we have what we have. Don't got Chisholm now. Chisholm Avenue, me love her no bad. And St. Catherine, me love her no bad. Jamaica people, I wanna make me have what we have. Pinchers, Please don't charge me. I'm not doing this to make money. This is just a vibe that came over me after going up on top of this mountain. And as I'm sliding down the hill, I'm just singing a song. Big up yourself in a phenomenal pinchers. Because yeah, my heart is one of the smartest, one of the greatest out there, you know. Big up yourself. I have to turn this off with my one power and go slide on down. This trail is a huge difference from the one that I came up. It's the same trail, by the way, just so you know, but when I was going up, it was a bit colder and everything was a bit frozen. But now that little bit of rain and a little bit of melting ice water comes on it, look at it. I'm just slipping and sliding all over the place. And this is one of the good parts. Under a big tree, so the water from the little rain didn't come here and wet it. So you see how that is? That's how it was when I came up. But look how it is now. Treacherous. Every step is a slip and a slide. Oh, I can see the light. I can see the light. Look at the gentleman, like he's hiding behind a tree from my vantage point. I know that's not what he's doing. But look, I can see the light. I can see clearly now the rain is gone and all obstacles are on my way. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's not sunshiny, but I guess that's probably a fitting song to sing or to play or to sing when you finish a task. Yep. Jimmy Cliff. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Oh, there is the big road I've been waiting for. It's a very nice day. Well, it's not over till it's over. So don't give in. And it's not over till it's over. Fight to win. So I'm back down here at the entrance. And I've made it back to the car safely. And there is the mountain top up there. I made it up there. But I made it back down safely to the car. And I think that's the way it is in life sometimes. At first, when you're going to venture out to do a task or something, at first it might seem impossible. But when you start onto your journey, then you realize that it's not as impossible as it seems. And yes, of course, many people will not be able to finish whatever task they set out to finish. And it could be various reasons. Just, you know, someone throw a fly in your ointment, or nature just toss you a curveball or something. But a lot of times we are our own detractors and we stop ourselves from accomplishing the task. But nevertheless, there it is, made it up there, and I made it back down safely in one piece. That's the greatest thing. And I want to say it's an amazing thing. Just got to give God thanks, you know? It's beautiful up there though, beautiful. I'm back at my car, I can charge up the phone and everything. And I guess now is the time I could say, I can see clearly now the trail is done. I made it up there and back down. Oh, no more slipping and sliding along the trail. It is a beautiful, wonderful, sunshiny day. Thank you for your song, Jimmy Cliff. And I know I kind of screw it up. I wasn't singing your version, by the way. I'm just using my version of your melody. So thank you so much. But yeah, feels great going up there, coming back down safely. There we go. Parker Ridge. It says Chain on Parker. Chain on Parker. I think that's French. CC, welcome. Bienvenue. So it's French and English. Welcome to one of Canada's most accessible alpine playgrounds. Parker Ridge provides spectacular slope to explore and to lay down fresh tracks with a variety of terrain options. It is a popular winter recreation choice. Yep, and I've scaled Parker Ridge. So I came down and I deleted a few photos from my camera, and I'm using the other camera now. This is the one that can zoom in a lot. And then just taking a look at the Parker Ridge Trail. I took the trail right here. It goes up, it goes through the tree line, and it goes around the left side of your picture that you're looking at, and it goes all the way up. If I could zoom up, I could see two people up there. I think that's the right there. You can see them up there. It goes around the side right there. And then from there, you could go all the way up to the top. And then there's a view looking down on this side, as well as looking on the far side as well. But yeah, I made it up there and back, and it's really amazing. Parker Ridge. It's great, isn't it? It's really great. So I just got to get my foot all cleaned up somewhat. Get a bit of mud and stuff on my shoes. Got to get it cleaned up somewhat. Put it in the car, and then I'm just going to head on out on my journey. But look. Columbia Icefield. Alberta, Canada. And I'm standing at Parker Ridge at the moment, just looking around. Still no cell service, so I can't do a live, but there you have it. We're going down, down, and around. It's a massive curve. It goes all the way back around. Almost like a 360. Almost. As you can see, I'm going southwest. Yeah, I don't have any reception, so it's just showing the blank screen on the arrow. But as you can see, it's like we're going down and going around. Now we're going south. Look at that fall right there. Wow. Look at that fall. And then we're going around southeast, going around almost as if we're going back to where we came from. Round and round and round. And see, I'm heading east. Look, see the road up there where we came from. So I'm actually going in the opposite direction of where I came. Wow, see the road up there? And the meander around. Now we're going northeast. See, so we pretty much do a 360. We're gonna go up here. Oh, look at this right here. You can see it on the, that's all the road, that's the road right there. It goes all the way around and came back around. So the two yellow lines, and back here is the curb, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna be curving away to the right. But yeah, something else. So we're down here and we're going that way, but the road that we came from is actually up there. Came from that way, go all the way around that way, come back all the way around and come around. Look at that fall. Look at that. And down in the lower area, you see how it chops the rock. Cut a channel in the rock. And look at that. Multiple falls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's the main one right there. But look at that. So I got some gas here at the crossings. What is that? 84 Canadian dollars for premium. And I got just about a half a tank because my tank was already half. So it's now a full tank. And then I'm gonna go get food. It's time for food, time for food, time for food. Where am I gonna park? Time for food, time for food. I can park. Is there any parking over there? No parking, no parking, parking. Okay, so yeah. I guess I could park. Let's see if I find some parking and go park. Yeah. Where's the parking? Where is the parking? How much parking out here? But I'll find one. I guess I'll find one. There's a gift shop and dining area. This is the crossings. And I'm getting me some food. Got gas. Next I'm gonna get me some food from the dining room and grocery area. Gas is full service. They fill up, and then once you finish filling up, then you go ahead and pay for your gas and be on your way if you wanna. Because north is in that direction. I'm right there. Saskatchewan crossing. That's where we're at right now, it says. Right there. And as you know, I'm coming down 93. Going all the way down into Banff, Canmore, and then all the way out to Calgary. And down into Montana. And of course, I came up from Jasper. 16. I came out of 16 right there, British Columbia, right there. Through Jasper right there. Got a 93. Came down through Columbia Icefield just behind me. I know I'm right here at Saskatchewan crossing. And I'm heading down, like I say, through Lake Louise, down through Banff, and then on to Calgary. See what they got here in this gift shop, dining room and cafeteria. I should get a warm meal, right? Yeah, I should get a warm meal. Washroom are for customers only. Wow. If you're not a customer, you can't use their bathroom. Well, luckily we got a lot of bathroom along the way. So let me see what they got in here. Just gonna grab some food, maybe a gift as well. Hi, how you doing? Good, good. So this is the gift shop, the dining room area. Not bad. Got a few people in the dining room area. There's a line for the dining room. Let's see what I got over here. If I got anything over here, I can get hot dogs and you name it. Oh, the pretzel. $12.99 tax pretzel. Oh. Hot dogs here. I'm trying one of their hot dog. I got relish, I got horseradish, I got peppers, I got onion and some ketchup underneath. So everything is in there. Arlen's hot dog from Crossing, Saskatchewan Crossing in Canada. Cell service isn't the only thing that doesn't work. The phone doesn't work. The radio doesn't work either. It's going through all the channels. Neither AM nor FM works. Only thing I get when I'm back here is this. Listen, give me a second. You're gonna hear the static. Yep, that's all we get. No cell service, no phone service, nothing. Satellite radio is probably what you're gonna have to use. And satellite navigation, sat-nav. I don't even know if a ham radio, like a CB radio, I don't know if those work. Yes, I think the only piece of electronics that works in here is the compass. And look, we're at 1910 meters right now. We're at 1920 meters right now. And I think 1 meter is 3 1/3 of a foot. 3 feet or 3.3 feet is 1 meter, I think it is. So with 1950, that's close to 7,000, just around 7,000 feet above sea level, right?